We are one adventure at a time. Dave, Carrie, and Rudolph. We are excited to start our third year of full-time living and traveling in our tiny home on wheels. Join us as we travel North America, exploring and sharing the beauty around us. This week we are camping in Ohio. In order to fully appreciate where we are camping, we have to travel back in time to 1969, when Ohio had one of the largest surface coal mines east of the Mississippi River, covering 185 square miles and yielding 132 million tons of coal. Since 1978, American Electric Power and Ohio Department of Natural Resources have been working hard to reclaim what was once a surface coal mine and making it recreation land. Today, we are in an area recognized as the largest single outdoor recreation area in Ohio. Let's check it out.
Today we are in Ohio, about 8 miles outside of Reinersville, and this is our first time in the state. I think we are off to a great start finding this free campground. Now this used to be an old coal surface mine, and it has been reclaimed and trees are planted and made into a campground for the public. There are 2 ponds full of fish in the area and even an archery course. There's a total of 30 sites here, all nestled up in the trees on the hill above the 2 ponds. It's absolutely beautiful here. I'm looking forward to just walking around the campground, seeing what it has to offer, and enjoying the beauty. And Rudolph, he wants to play ball. Where's your ball, Rudolph? Where's your ball? Oh, what's going on? What's going on?
I think he wants breakfast.
Oh, he's hungry. Are you hungry? Wow, I usually see him go for his ball instead of for the food. Rudolph's hungry. Rudolph got his breakfast. Yeah, you were hungry, huh? Where's your breakfast? No? Oh, there's nothing special on it. There's no egg. There's no bacon grease. Just not as yummy as you thought. You're ready to go play ball now. How about that? Okay, here goes. Go get it, Rudolph.
He's got a traveling van and a master plan. He'll show you it all if you throw him his ball. He's Rudolph.
Good job, Doodle.
He's Rudolph.
All right, I'm gonna take a walk down to the ponds and then to the archery course and check them out. Meanwhile, get rid of some trash at the dumpsters down there and enjoy this nice day. Here is one of the 2 ponds. I can hear birds in the background. I'm pretty sure I hear a cicada in the background as well.
Did you know that Canadian geese mate for life? This pair is sitting on a clutch of 2 to 8 eggs with a 28-day incubation period. I was really hoping they would hatch before we left, but they did not.
This is the lower pond, and there's even a play area set up for kids here and picnic. It really feels like they went the extra mile to make this nice for our families. And this is the archery range, which is the first I've ever seen at a free campground. This area is really popular for turkey hunting in the spring. And also something I found out is the mushroom hunting for morel mushrooms in the spring is also very popular here. And you can collect them right here in the campground. Our Goal Zero battery system is housed underneath here. So if I want to check what it is, I have to look, and right now we are at 34%, which
Ouch.
is not good. It is a lithium battery, so we can run it down to 0, but we're gonna be not running anything by tonight at the rate we're going. It's a cloudy day, it's cool out, just the kind of days I like, but the problem is we're not getting any charge for our battery. Now, our battery system is about 38 months old, and we have been conserving. The reason why I don't talk about our battery much is because we are constantly conserving energy. And we've been doing that for 3 years. It has worked, but we've really had to watch our usage. And now the battery life cycle is about over, I think, because when we do get a full charge, it's not lasting as long as it did before. So I think before this winter, we are going to have to do some kind of an upgrade if we want to have any power at all. Fortunately, we don't have to worry about that right now, but something needs to be done.
And we have been very happy with it.
We have been very happy. It's ran that refrigerator the entire time.
It's run everything in our van.
Yeah. We would like a little more power in the future and not have to conserve. And we'll talk more about our battery system in the future, just to tell you what our thoughts are on it in detail and all the numbers involved and how many amp hours it is. So today we're going to take a drive around, charge up. It's a slow charge while we drive, but we're going to have some fun. We're going to go swimming and then maybe get some laundry done and then come back to this campsite and spend a couple more days here and enjoy. We've never had anybody take our campsite before, but if there's ever a better chance, I think this is it, because it's a holiday weekend. This is a busy area. We did set out our tent. Now our tent is in shambles, so if somebody does decide to take our spot, they get the tent, I guess, because we'll be able to find another spot. If they need this location that bad, they can have it. So we didn't set anything out that we're gonna miss. For now, I think we're gonna hit the road and we'll see what happens when we come back. For the first time this year, we found water that's swimmable, that's not cold. This is nice. Even during a rainstorm, this is very pleasant. It's pretty cool. If you come to any state parks in Ohio, they are free. So that's something that we are not used to, but it's pretty awesome. We are at Blue Rock State Park and we're only about 12 miles away from where we are free camping. I definitely recommend that if you stay in this area, come to the state park or go to any state park in Ohio. They are all free.
Now, we did have a hard time finding a spot to swim in Ohio, and this is one of the state parks that they allow swimming in the lake. And we came for a day trip. We were so surprised about this park. There's trails. It's beautifully manicured. You can rent kayaks, and I hope we get to come back so I can kayak.
I think we're gonna try coming back in a couple of days. It's that good.
Yeah.
So if you're in the area, check out this state park. It's really small. It actually has camping here. There's a place to get water, throw out your trash, and like Carrie said, take a warm shower.
Yes, which we didn't really need to because it's raining today and it's warm. I did want to mention the camping is by reservation only.
Yeah. And
showers are $1 for non-campers. Okay, this is a game we like to play. Is our tent built here?
I think it's gonna be, it rained pretty hard today. I think a lot of people might have canceled, some people might have canceled their plans to go camping. I don't think anybody took our spot. What do you think? Well, since you can see it now.
I can't technically see it now, but it's still there.
It's still there. Yay.
And nobody's in our spot. That's okay. We would have shared our spot.
Yeah.
Earlier this morning, we shared with you that our battery was pretty low. And currently, we got it up to 54%. And it's going to be cloudy the next couple days, so we got to take some measures to extend that. And what's really kind of cool about our fridge is we can use it as an ice chest if needed. So we went and bought some ice when we were in town, and we're just going to go ahead and put some ice in here and extend. Hopefully that'll keep the fridge from running as much. We could technically turn it off if we had a little bit more room, and that will extend our battery life. Less than 1 mile away is Campground C, the most popular campground in this area. Not only is it beautiful, but it's one of the most popular fishing lakes in the area, complete with a boat ramp and a picnic area. The campsites in Campground C are private and shaded. Most will have water access, making it perfect for kayakers.
Earlier in the video, you may have noticed we were struggling with power issues, and that was at Campground A. And there's about a 10-mile stretch of highway where we have found several campgrounds. And then we ended up finding this one. This is Campground K, and we are really liking this. We have full sun exposure, and we are actually getting sun instead of rain. And this one comes with a picnic table And something very special over here. Yes, a place to launch Carrie's kayak. So we're super happy about that. It does not come with fire pits, so I think it might be in a transitional period. I'm not sure what's going on, but this area is very beautiful.
I don't know if you can see all the little baby fishes in the water. How cool is that? Young bass feed on plankton, insects, and minnows. As they grow, so does their food source. Bass are known to eat frogs, leeches, yellow perch, bluegill, and even salamanders. The big boys eat smaller bass, snakes, mice, ducklings, and possibly even small turtles. Their eyes are truly bigger than their stomachs, and their stomachs are pretty big. Typically, bass like to hide in dark, cool areas to wait for their prey. But when you have an endless buffet of minnows, who cares? Life is good.
This area of Ohio is certainly very unique and special. There are over 350 free campsites in this location.
Yeah, there are multiple campgrounds, and we only got to explore 3 of them. So we're going to tell you what they all have in common. They all have bathrooms, they all have trash, and they all have some sort of fire range.
Yeah, they all have pit toilets. What they
Yes.
don't have is water, so there's no water available at
Yeah.
any of these campsites.
Now, there are lakes on all 3 of these sites. You cannot swim in any of the lakes in any of these campgrounds. Okay, so let's start with Campground A, which is Hook Lake.
Okay, Campground A, I think, is the best one if you have kids because they have stocked the ponds full of fish. So if you are 15 years of age and younger, you can fish these ponds, and I think you're certainly going to catch fish.
Yes.
There is also an archery shooting range that you can do there, which is pretty unique and awesome.
The campsites are pretty well laid out. We think you can get just about any size rig in Campground A.
Yep.
Right? So just under a mile away is Campground C.
So Campground C is a little bit off the highway, so it is quieter, and it also has almost every campsite right on a
the
lake.
water.
So they're right on the lake, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
It was fairly shaded. There's not a lot of open areas.
That's true.
There was a lot of people fishing and a very popular spot to go.
Yeah, Campground C is very popular because of the fishing. There is a boat dock there. The lake is beautiful. Again, no swimming, but it gets heavily used.
Yep.
Okay, so we are now at Campground K.
Yep. So Campground K, once again, you're going to be camping on the lake like we are. Most of the sites are over half the sites are on the lake. And it's a little more open than all of the other campsites that we have found, so that works well for us because we have solar panels on the roof.
Yes. Yeah. So if you need shade and you have a generator, Campground C might be best for you. If you're reliant on solar and you have a kayak, Campground K is best for us. And if you have kids, I would definitely say go to Campground A. They are all equally as beautiful. They all have pros and cons. You just have to find the one that suits you best.
Yeah, and so these are the 3 best ones that we have found, but we haven't found them all. So there's many reasons for us to come back and for you to come here and check it out for yourselves.
Now, we did want to mention most of these campgrounds were owned by AEP, American Electric Power.
Yep.
And from what we can tell from locals and a couple of officials, that these campgrounds are being bought out by the state.
Yep.
So we think some of them are in transition, like this one here. Campground K has no fire rings. We think they are in transition of doing that.
So if you do come to any of these campgrounds, they do have a registration booth where they want you to fill out some information on what campsite you're at and just the basic regular information, and then stick it back in the box.
And what's really cool about these campsites is you can stay 14 days in a 30-day period.
Yep.
Also, this is a state park. You are allowed to collect mushrooms, berries, and something else.
I think that's pretty cool for being in the state park.
That's pretty cool. And some of them allow hunting.
Yep.
So that's pretty unique.
Oh, do we have any more information?
I would say, before you come to these campgrounds, download a map because there are roads everywhere.
Yeah, once you're out here, it is hard to get connection and explore online. So do some of your homework before you get to this area, and fill your tank up full of gas because you're gonna want to drive around and explore all these different locations.
And from Campground C and Campground A, the nearest town was McConnellville at 9 miles. It was a quick, easy highway there, and they have every amenity you're gonna need. You're probably going to need to restock because you'll want to stay here 14 days.
For sure. We appreciate you watching our video, and we hope to see you next week.
Happy camping.
There's a campsite up here that I want to show you. And first I wanted to say that these camp locations, these free camping locations here in Ohio, are a true gold mine. And some may argue and say that, oh, they're on old coal mines, and I won't disagree. Some of these are old coal mines, but it is super amazing just to be able to come and free camp and enjoy these campgrounds. And this is campsite number 3. There's no tag on it, so there's nobody staying in this one right now. And this is what I wanted to show you. And you can already tell that there is a lack of respect going on here. There's tires and trash just about everywhere you look. And what actually keeps me motivated to clean up these areas is 2 things could happen here. They're gonna have to pay somebody extra money to come out here and clean up this campsite. And if that happens enough, they have a couple choices, and that is to make these campsites, you know, cost money. And the other option is just to completely close them down. And I don't want either of those 2 things to happen. So that keeps me hopping, and I'm just gonna go grab my gloves and grab a couple trash bags and see if I can make this look like it used to. The tires we're gonna roll up next to the dumpster, but I don't think we should put them in it. We'll have to let them make a decision on what to do. The dumpster's only about 100 yards away. The cleanup only took us 10 minutes at the tops. It really wasn't that bad. And hopefully this camp spot will be ready for the next person, maybe even you. If you would like to support our channel, please consider becoming a patron, or check out our new merchandise at oneadvantureatatime.com. We also have stickers available in our website store. Thank you for watching.